Okay, once you get the door lock back in there, our door handle thing mechanism, making it lock, manually lock it there, the thing's down, and then raise it on the outside here to make sure that opens. That way, make sure that before you close your door, that your outside door handle's working. There again, there, and then pull the outside handle and make sure that opens, and that make sure that's right. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the outside door lock mechanism back in on the car. And you just get up. Getting old for this. Anyways, there's the door lock assembly. And you gotta worry about putting it in wrong. Again, see, now it opens. Now it opens. All right, it'll only go in there one way. So you just you can't see the hole in there, but you have to get a flashlight. So I'm gonna have to gear again. I'll probably have to get my, let's see if I can get it in there. There we go, I think that was it. All right, and once that's in there like that, you take your Torx 30 here and tighten that screw there up. But I'm gonna have to hold the outer lock in to get that screw tightened up. There's the screw there. Okay, got the screw tight. Now I'm just putting this black plug back over the hole. That's just strictly cosmetic though. The next thing I do is put the cover on, and it's been off a couple times. This stuff here is kind of sticky, so it should stick good enough though to put it back all together. I almost forgot to put the window guide back on. You take the window guide that you loosened before, and it slides up and down on the shaft. I can't show you the inside of the door, but you slide it up till the bolt hole lines up, and you put your bolt, slide it up till the bolt hole lines up, and put your bolt back in the hole right there. Okay, and I got that cover on. Like I said, again, make sure you check your cables before you take the plastic off. It makes it a lot easier to put back together if you know which way these cables are out. If you forget to check, you'll try to put it through this hole here, and the handle won't come through this hole here and go to the door. So the only thing comes out that hole is those wires there. So I got that stuck back on there, and now I just got to pop the cover back on. But I noticed when I popped the cover off, one of these little clips came off, which is no big deal. You just flip the cover over here in the grass. A little bit of rain, ain't gonna hurt nothing. Don't want to get it scratched up, so I'll keep it in the grass. You notice the white pins on the side, just find whichever one came off. That one's there. Oh, there it is, right here, up top. This little, it just kind of slides in place there. You just clip the door on and pop it in. You have to rehook that door handle, which I'll try to show you that, but it's gonna be kind of hard doing this with one hand and filming with the other hand. But let me see if I can do this. The door handle, it's pretty easy to figure out. You stick it in the hole there, and you got a clip, you got a pin there, it goes into that clip, one on the bottom. I'm gonna pause it so I can get that done. But before you do that, don't forget to put the little metal bracket here that I took off to give me a little more working room earlier, to put it back on before you pop the door case on. If not, you have to be aggravated with yourself because you didn't do that. So then just a couple of screws and that goes right back on. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna get the door panel hooked up and popped on, and I'll be right back. Oh, if you do choose to take this piece here off, just make sure that you put it back in the right orientation. Again, I've done this wrong too. If you put it in upside down, you put the door panel on, it won't fit because of that screw hole right there. And you'll see where the screw goes. Just one moment. Oh, one other point to remember, make sure you plug up your door lock before you put the panel on. You can see I got the door handle in there. Just gonna put it in there. It's got a clip there at the top and clip on the bottom, and it just clips right in. And I'm fixing to hang the panel on. I gotta put it on pause. Okay, as you put the door panel on, just make sure you got your wire for your tweeter up top there. And I've got one side clipped in, and put it over here, and just kind of once you get you can look down in the door there. I don't know if the camera's catching it or not, and you can catch it and you line it up. Once you get it lined up, you just give it a good pop. I got the top one caught, and the bottom just pop the door so they're all the way around. And then that's it. And that door panel is back on there. Now you just got a screw here, and a screw there that I pulled out earlier that we got to put back in. And these are just standard Phillips type screws. And it's just, it's just, like I said, it's both the same screw, so you ain't got to worry about which one goes where. Again, rotate it backwards till you feel it drop in, and then tighten her down. That one's going into plastic. The one for the door handle here, you don't have to worry about as much because it's going into metal, but I still like to do the same thing, is get it started rotate it half a click. I'm sorry, half a click. Rotate it backwards till it drops in, and then tighten her down. When you feel it drop in, there it goes, and tighten her down. And door panel is essentially back on. We got a couple more little things to put back on. We got this cover here. This cover here just kind of slides in behind the door handle. Pull it out a little bit, slide it in behind the door handle, and it just clips in place. Then you got your tweeter here. It's got one connector there, and it plugs up there, and you just pops it back on. I'm gonna have to lay the phone down to do that. Once you get it plugged back up, this has got a white pin there that goes in the hole there. It's kind of hard to show on the camera. And the little clip there goes inside of that hole. And you just, it's easy, hard to do with one hand. Just kind of pop it on, and that's it. That cover's on. Next thing we got to put on is the power controls for the windows and the door locks. And that's just simple. That one big connector plugs in right there. And once you get it plugged in, you just simply push this down. There you go. And we test your windows and doors and everything. I'll test the power lock now. Well, it's open. I can hear it. There we go. Music to my ears. And you can see it locking and unlocking here. And now I'm going to put the keys in it so I can test the window. Okay, got the motor running so I can test the window. I always roll it down slow the first time after I do this, just to make sure that I got it back together right. Roll it up, down a couple times. All right, now the window works. Now the manual lock, it works. The power lock, it works still. So my power lock is working. So now I just got to test it with a key on the outside of the door to make sure it will unlock. Okay, first I'm gonna check it with the power. All right, it beeped like it locked, and it locked, and beeped like it unlocked, and it did. Next thing I'm gonna check is the key lock. And the reason why I check the key lock is because I've ordered a couple of these from Amazon, the whole assembly from Amazon, and the key lock mechanism would not work. But I tested this one on the bench, so it should still work. Make sure I got it back together right. That's unlocked, that's locked, and let's make sure that's unlocked. So everything is working. And I hope this helped somebody, and I hope my quality is good enough for y'all to understand what I did.